Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to study the Hindu newspaper for 16th March 2021. तो आज हम 16 मार्च 2021 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने वाले हैं. So let's start reading the Hindu newspaper. Also make sure that you are making notes simultaneously in the class. तो नोट्स बनाते रहिएगा क्लास के साथ साथ, क्योंकि उससे इजी रहता है रिवीजन के लिए. ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं आज की क्लास. नाउ द फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी इज बिल टू डिफाइन दिल्ली एलजी's पावर्स मूव्ड इन एलएस, दैट इज लोकसभा. सो यू हैव टू स्टडी फ्रॉम प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस पर्सपेक्टिव. दिस आर्टिकल इज इंपॉर्टेंट. फ्रॉम प्रीलिम्स लेवल you have to study about article 239A, and from mains level you have to study the structural flaws in the composition of legislature of union territories, Delhi government, एलजी पावर टसल. तो एलजी का और दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के बीच में जो पावर टसल रहता है ये आपको पढ़ना है, और यूनियन टेरिटरीज में के कॉम्पोजिशन में जो स्ट्रक्चरल फ्लॉज है जिसकी वजह से दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट और एलजी के बीच में टसल रहता है पावर को लेकर, जुरिस्डिक्शन को लेकर, ये आपको पढ़ना है. एंड ऑल्सो ट्राई दिस प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन इन योर आफ्टर रीडिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज, एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन इन द कॉमेंट सेक्शन. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. यूनियन टेरिटरीज आर नॉट रिप्रेजेंटेड इन राज्यसभा. It is within the purview of Chief Election Commissioner to adjudicate election disputes. According to Constitution of India, Parliament consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha only. Right, so you have to answer the correct answer. You have to give me the correct answer in the comment section. Now let us understand this article. ये article समझ लेते हैं. The Ministry of Home Affairs moved a bill in the Lok Sabha on Monday in which it proposed that government in the National Capital Territory of Delhi meant the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. तो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स ने क्या किया है, एक बिल लोकसभा में डाला है, और उसमें ये मेंशन किया है, ये प्रपोज किया है. इट हैज प्रपोज दैट गवर्नमेंट, बाय द टर्म गवर्नमेंट इन द एनसीटी वी मीन the LG. That means they are giving the entire power in the hands of LG. The bill gives discretionary powers to the LG even in matters where the Legislative Assembly of Delhi is empowered to make laws. जहां पर दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के पास पावर है कि वो लॉज बना सकती है, वहां भी इस बिल के अंदर एलजी को लेजिस्लेटिव पावर्स दिए गए, डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर्स दिए जा रहे हैं. द प्रपोज्ड लेजिस्लेशन आल्सो सीक्स टू इंश्योर दैट एलजी इज नेसेसरली ग्रांटेड एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गिव his opinion before any decision taken by the Council of Ministers for the Delhi Cabinet is implemented. Delhi Cabinet के Council of Ministers के द्वारा जो भी decision implement किया जाए उससे पहले एलजी के पास भी पावर है कि वो अपना ओपिनियन भी दे सकते हैं. तो देखो, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं, सी दिस बिल इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू क्रिएट कंट्रोवर्सीज इन दिल्ली एंड ऑल्सो इन दी लोकसभा, राइट. एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर बिल tries to give wholesome powers to the LG also, to the central government also, because LG represents the central government over here, right. तो यहाँ पर आपको समझना ये है, सबसे पहले the first of all you have to understand what is the status of Delhi right now. Delhi right now is a union territory with a legislature and it came into being in 1991. दिल्ली क्या है, यूनियन टेरिटरी है, लेजिस्लेचर है इसके पास अपना. 1991 में ये एग्जिस्टेंस में आता है अंडर आर्टिकल 239AA ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच वाज इंसर्टेड बाय द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन 69th अमेंडमेंट एक्ट ऑफ 1991. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्रीलिम्स. कौन से अमेंडमेंट एक्ट के बाद के तहत इस प्रॉपर आर्टिकल को इंसर्ट किया गया था? 69th अमेंडमेंट के बाद. ठीक है. As per the existing act, legislative assembly has the power to make laws in all matters except public order, police and land. Right, and that is why right now the power tussle, not right now, since 2014 the power tussle has been in place between LG and the Delhi government. So the bill is likely to clearly define the powers of LG and Delhi government on the lines of Supreme Court's judgment of Feb 2019. We will study that judgment also. Basically this bill is giving more teeth to LG's office. ये bill जो है वो LG के ऑफिस को ज्यादा powers देने की कोशिश कर रहा है. And why need such a law? Because Delhi Union Territory government is often at loggerheads, often it is in tussle with the center on administrative matters in the capital. Delhi government says center tries to interfere into the jurisdiction of Delhi government, right. So the bill proposes to clearly spell out the functions of Council of Ministers and Lieutenant Governor by giving more discretionary powers to the LG. LG को ज़्यादा powers दी जा रही हैं. And as per the bill, LG could act in his discretion in any matter that is beyond the purview or coverage of powers of Legislative Assembly of Delhi. तो यहाँ पर आप underline करेंगे any matter, restriction नहीं है, ठीक है. Also matters related to all India civil services and anti-corruption ACB branch as well. And it will give more teeth to LG and validity of any decision taken as per such discretion shall not be questioned. देखो यहाँ पर साफ साफ बोला जा रहा है कि सारी पावर LG को दी जाएगी, वो भी unquestionable. That means Delhi government cannot even question the decision of LG. Okay, so this is the controversial bill which has been moved right now in LS. Now लोक सभा में अभी accept नहीं हुआ है, अभी move किया गया है, इसको present किया गया है. Okay, before we move forward, here's a small announcement for all of you that Unacademy has launched new batches which are starting from 17th of March. These batches are for 2021, 22 and 23 aspirants. We have complete 1 year batch on Unacademy targeting 2022 examination, which is in English. Also we have the same batch in English also. English में भी है, that is bilingual batches भी है. Specifically we are targeting the English medium and Hindi medium audiences as well, that is students as well. अगर आप हिंदी medium student हो तो आपके लिए भी separate batches हैं. If you are a Hindi medium student, don't worry, we have separate 1 year and 2 year batch for you. If you are an English medium student, we have separate 1 year and 2 year batches for you as well. Okay, so according to your language preference, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus, subscribe to your favorite batch, ठीक है, your preferable batch. We have NCERT separate batches also, and all these classes are starting from 17th of March 2021, where we have India's top and best educators for UPSC CSE, including ex-IAS, IRS and IES officers as well. We have G. Rajput sir also is an ex-IPS officer. Plus experts guidelines, you will be getting live classes, recorded classes, unlimited access, structured courses, study material, personal guidance, study planner, test analysis. These are the features that you are going to get on Unacademy, right? So you can use code ARPITA10 and get 10% discount as well on your plus subscription. आप कोड यूज कर सकते हो ARPITA10, जिससे आपको डायरेक्टली 10% डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा आपके प्लस के सब्सक्रिप्शन पर, ठीक है. So consider subscribing today because 17th March is not far away, ठीक है, दूर नहीं है 17th March, बस कल ही ये क्लासेस स्टार्ट हो रही हैं. From tomorrow these batches will start. The link is given below in the description box as well. Okay. So when we talk about the special provisions for New Delhi, Union Territory of Delhi with the Legislative Assembly came into being in 1991 under Article 239AA of the Constitution, inserted by Constitution 69th Amendment Act of 1991, that you have to remember. And ऐसा कहा जाता है कि Union Territory of Delhi, दिल्ली जो है उसको अब National Capital Territory of Delhi कहा जाएगा इस amendment के तहत. And the administrator of the same will be appointed under Article 239 and he or she will be the Lieutenant Governor. Okay, that you have to remember. ये point आप याद रखिएगा. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's move forward. Now what is the legal controversy between the LG and Delhi government? देखो हमारे पास आर्टिकल 239 है. 239 says that there shall be an administrator in Delhi which will be known as LG, that is Lieutenant Governor. Then we have article 239AA also. फिर हमारे पास 239AA भी हो जाता है, right? The state government of Delhi held that article 239AA of Constitution, it bestows special status to Delhi of having its own legislatively elected government, that is the AAP government right now that we have. So we have LG also who has the administrative powers. We have the AAP also who has the same powers except for few departments, few portfolios, because of which there is a tussle around administrative powers between LG and Delhi government. Okay, इस वजह से दोनों के बीच में टसल रहता है कि हमारे आधिकारिक क्षेत्र में क्या एरियाज आएंगे या क्या एरियाज नहीं आएंगे. Now we have a 2018 Supreme Court judgment also which highlighted first status of Delhi under the Constitution. So the administration of Union Territory under Article 239 subsection 1 is different from Article 239AA which provides for an elected legislature. देखो 239 में तो LG की बात की जा रही है जिसको अपॉइंट किया जाएगा. LG will be appointed but Delhi government will be elected. It will be an elected legislature. Elections means public's opinion, right? Public's right, public's decision. So it is a publicly elected government, right? ठीक है. So Delhi government also has its own place. Secondly, the court held that Parliament can legislate for Delhi on any matter in the state list and concurrent list, but executive power in relation to Delhi, except the police, land and public orders, vest only in the state government headed by chief minister. Public police और public order, land और पुलिस के मैटर्स को छोड़ के बाकी जितने भी एरियाज है वो तो चीफ मिनिस्टर के कंट्रोल में ही आएंगे, जो कि बहुत ही explicitly defined है. And it also held that the executive power of union does not, underline it, does not extend to any of the matters which come under the jurisdiction of Delhi Assembly. So here it has been clearly explained that LG cannot interfere into the areas which are under the jurisdiction of Delhi Assembly. Okay. Now secondly, the Supreme Court said that LG to act on aid and advice of Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers जो कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट का पार्ट है, उनको एड और एडवाइस देगा, उनकी हेल्प से उनके एडवाइस को सुनेगा एलजी और उनके एडवाइस पर काम करेगा एलजी. Court held that for establishing a democratic and representative form of government for NCT of Delhi, government of Delhi that enjoys confidence of people of Delhi should have the functional autonomy to legislate for the NCT of Delhi. Okay, because it is elected by the people of Delhi, so it should have a functional power, functional freedom, functional autonomy. And through the judgment, Supreme Court has settled the law in regard to aid and advice of Council of Ministers by affirming that LG is also bound to act on the advice of Council of Ministers, except in the case of land, public order and police. But the rest of the cases will lie under the functional autonomy of the government of Delhi. Okay. Now the third important statement that Supreme Court said was LG cannot refer every matter to the President. हर matter को LG President के पास नहीं भेज सकता. Article 239AA subsection 4 says that in case of difference of opinion between LG and his ministers on any matter मतलब कोई भी बात हो, LG shall refer it to President for final decision and act according to it. कोई भी मैटर हो जिसपे LG और मिनिस्टर्स के बीच में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन है तो वो प्रेसिडेंट के पास भेजा जा सकता है. बट Court inferred that words any matter employed in the proviso to Article 239AA subsection 4 cannot be inferred to mean every matter. Any matter का मतलब ये नहीं कि हर मैटर में ऐसा होगा. ठीक है. Power of LG under the said proviso represents exception and not the general rule which has to be exercised in exceptional circumstance by LG. Only in exceptional circumstance. जब ऐसी बात है जो एनसीटी के सिक्योरिटी के लिए, एनसीटी के टेरिटरीज और लोगों के वेलफेयर के लिए बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, जिसके ऊपर डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन हो रहा है, वो प्रेसिडेंट से मत उस पे आप मत ले सकते हो उनका. पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर छोटी से छोटी बात के लिए आप प्रेसिडेंट के पास ही लेकर जा रहे हो, जिससे क्या होता है एनसीटी की फंक्शनिंग में डिले होता है. ठीक है, लोगों के वेलफेयर में डिले होता है अगर आप हर मैटर को प्रेसिडेंट के पास लेकर जाते हो और उसे बढ़ाते हो. ठीक है, क्विक डिसीजन नहीं लेते. Now the next important news. Now before this, there is a small announcement for all of you. Now Unacademy Combat, as you all know, is India's biggest free scholarship test for UPSC aspirants. So there will be 60 questions in 60 minutes. It's a free scholarship test. Detailed analysis इस test के पास आपके बाद आपको मिलने वाला है best educators के द्वारा video analysis, and also you'll be getting your all India rank. Plus you have a chance to win from a scholarship pool of 4 crore. Next UPSC Combat is going to take place on 21st of March at 11 AM. To unlock, use code ARPITA10. Go to Unacademy's learning app, then register yourself, select the goal as UPSC CSE, and then go to the test section where you can enroll in Unacademy Combat. If they ask you for a code, you can use code ARPITA10 to give this test for free. The link is also given below in the description box. Up next important article is bee fences to ward off elephant attacks. Pitting the largest animal on land, that is the elephant, against a minute insect, that is bee. That is how the authorities intend to mitigate human-elephant conflict that seems to continue unabated in Kodagu and other parts of Karnataka. तो एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किया गया कर्नाटका के कोडागू डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, जहां पर here in the periphery, that is the territory of the area of the forest, the bee boxes have been installed. As you can see, these are the bee boxes that have been installed. okay, against the periphery of the forest and the villages, with the belief that elephants will not venture anywhere close to the bees and thus avoid transgressing into human landscape or entering into the human landscape. तो ये जो इनिशिएटिव है, ये किसका इनिशिएटिव है? दिस इनिशिएटिव हैज बीन टेकन बाय खादी एंड विलेज इंडस्ट्रीज कमीशन, दैट इज KVIC, प्रोजेक्ट रीहैब, दैट इज रिड्यूसिंग एलिफेंट ह्यूमन अटैक्स यूजिंग बीज. ये आपसे पूछा जा सकता है दैट हु हैज लॉन्च्ड प्रोजेक्ट रीहैब. ओके, सो इट हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड by KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and they can ask you what is the full form of rehab. It is reducing elephant human attacks using bees. This intends to create bee fences to thwart elephant attacks in human habitations using honeybees. ये पायलट प्रोजेक्ट है जो अभी फिलहाल 4 लोकेशंस पे लॉन्च किया गया है. ठीक है. Coming to next important article, Center to expand air bubble pact with more countries. Now what is this air bubble pact? Center क्या कर रहा है? Air bubble pact को अभी बढ़ा रहा है और countries के साथ. Government expects Gulf countries to facilitate return of Indians, says External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. So here you should understand what is this air bubble pact. This is important for prelims and also your upcoming interview. Air bubble agreement is the term coined during COVID-19 pandemic. It means airlines of both countries in an arrangement will be permitted to fly passengers both ways. You all know because of COVID-19 this airlines were shut down, right? International airlines were also shut down. So now we have entered into this air bubble agreement, जिससे क्या होता है, दोनों countries एक arrangement में एंटर करते हैं जिससे एक दूसरे के पैसेंजर्स को इंडिया से दूसरी कंट्री या दूसरी कंट्री से इंडिया आने जाने की इजाजत दी जाती है. सो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ऑल द नेशंस इज इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द ट्रैवल बबल और एयर बबल अग्रीमेंट बिटवीन द कंट्रीज टू इंक्रीज लार्ज नंबर ऑफ क्वारंटाइन एंड COVID-19 टेस्टिंग रूल्स और टू एलिविएट द रूल्स इन अराइवल डेस्टिनेशंस. ओके, सो हियर द ट्रैवल कॉरिडोर्स, air bubble corridors have been established between two nations that perceive each other to be safe and allow carriers of both countries to fly passengers either way without any restrictions. तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि under the air bubble scheme, commercial airlines from specific countries are allowed to travel to and from India on a limited basis. An arrangement that was solely reserved for Air India under Vande Bharat mission as full-scale international commercial air operations, they are yet to resume right now. तो यहाँ पर वंदे भारत मिशन के बारे में भी आपको थोड़ा सा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड इन आवर प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स. The last important article, then we will conduct a test, short test. ये लास्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल है, इसके बाद हम एक छोटा सा टेस्ट कंडक्ट करेंगे. सुप्रीम कोर्ट बैट्स फॉर ग्रेट इंडियन बस्टर्ड. सो हियर सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज इंटरवीन्ड ऑन द इशू ऑफ ग्रेट इंडियन बस्टर्ड्स फॉलिंग डेड आफ्टर कोलाइडिंग विद पावर लाइन्स running through their diminishing natural habitats in Gujarat and Rajasthan. So here you should understand what are Great Indian Bustard. This is important for prelims. Great Indian Bustards, Ardiotis nigricips. It's a bustard native to Indian subcontinent. Underline this. ये Indian subcontinent में पाया जाता है. These are large terrestrial birds, as you can see in the screen also. They are found in dry grasslands and steppe regions. It is among the heaviest of flying birds in existence, and it is critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. So this was today's analysis. Now let's start with our test. Test शुरू करते हैं. Question number 1. Now each question will be of 2 marks. Total 4 questions होंगे. ठीक है. With reference to welfare policies in India, consider the following statements. Skills Build platform launched by Directorate General of Supplies under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana is flagship scheme of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Which of the given above statements is or are correct? कौन सा स्टेटमेंट इन दोनों में से करेक्ट है ये आपको फटाफट से बताना है कमेंट सेक्शन में. You have 5 seconds time to answer the question. मिनट्स काफी ज्यादा हो जाएंगे. 5 seconds का आपके पास टाइम है. जल्दी से आंसर कीजिए क्वेश्चंस ताकि आप फटाफट से स्कोर कर सके. Yes, so the correct answer to this question is it is B. That is statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is not correct. देखो जब हम बात करते हैं स्किल्स बिल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म की, इट इज लॉन्च बाय डायरेक्टरेट जनरल ऑफ ट्रेनिंग नॉट सप्लाईज. दिस वाज कॉमन सेंस. ठीक है, स्किल बिल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म की बात हो रही है. सप्लाईज कहां से आ गए? ट्रेनिंग, डायरेक्टरेट जनरल ऑफ ट्रेनिंग. ठीक है, सो दैट इज व्हाई स्टेटमेंट 1 इज रॉन्ग. स्टेटमेंट 2 इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडिया, which one of the following is the characteristic appropriate for bureaucracy? This is very easy question. An agency for widening the scope of parliamentary democracy, agency for strengthening the structure of federalism, agency for facilitating political stability and economic growth, agency for implementation of public policy. So correct answer in this question is it is D. Agency for implementation of public policy. As a bureaucrat, what you are going to do? You are going to implement the public policy. Next question. Consider the following statements about composition of State Public Service Commission, that is SPSC. The number of members in the commission is not prescribed in constitution but left to the parliament to make a law. Members should have held office under either state or central government. Which statement is correct? कौन सा statement correct है? Correct answer in this case is D. None of the above are correct. See, State Public Service Commission जो होता है ना, उसमें एक chairman होता है and other members भी होते हैं. We are appointed by the governor of the state. Constitution does not specify strength of commission but has left the matter to discretion of governor. ठीक है, governor के description पे है, but इसमें लिखा हुआ parliament के description पे है. That is wrong. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. तो पहला स्टेटमेंट आपका हो गया गलत. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट बोल रहा है मेंबर्स शुड हैव हेल्ड ऑफिस अंडर ईदर स्टेट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. सो नो क्वालिफिकेशंस आर प्रिस्क्राइब्ड फॉर कमीशंस मेंबरशिप. Okay, except that one half of the members of the commission should be such persons who have held office for at least 10 years. ठीक है, either under the government of India or under government of state. So second statement is also wrong. Okay. Now the fourth question. Last question for today. Consider the following statements regarding forest fires. The youngest mountain range of Himalayas are susceptible to forest fires. Forests of eastern Himalayas are more frequently vulnerable to forest fires as compared to those in western Himalayas. Fire lines are strips without greenery or dried twigs to prevent forest fires from spreading. Which statement is correct? जल्दी से बताएं कौन सा statement correct है? Correct answer to this question is C. Statement 1 and 3 are correct. तो यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे that forest fires are as old as the forest themselves. They pose a threat to not only to forest wealth but also to entire regime of fauna and flora. Seriously. ठीक है, तो जो गढ़वाल हिमालयस हैं they have been burning regularly during the last few summers because of which there is a loss of vegetation cover of that region as well. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope आपको आज की class अच्छी लगी हो. If you really enjoyed it, do not forget to share, like and subscribe, and you will get the class notes on our Telegram channel, Simplifying UPSC with Ease. Thank you.